The tea ceremony is a beautiful ritual that brings us back to culture and tradition, but ultimately it is a form of hospitality in which a lot of care is taken for the guests. The host chooses the utensils, chooses the decoration, chooses the location and the architecture and the garden for the occasion. But very importantly, and something that I want to talk about with you now, is the placement of the kettle and the placement of where the source of heat is in the different seasons. Right now I have the floor brazier with a small kettle here beside me on the left. And when a service of tea is conducted, the placement is like this only in summer. In summer, all the implements, including the kettle, are on the main tatami mat on which the host sits. And we have the kettle and the source of heat here on the left. That is because usually the guests, when they are in the room, sit on the right side of the host, over there. And by putting the source of heat farthest away, all the way to the left, the guests can be saved from a lot of warmth. And in summer in Japan, as we all know, it is very hot, very humid, and we don't want to unnecessarily add to that torture. Bringing the source of heat closer to the guests would be torturous. So in the tea ceremony, consideration is given to how far the source of heat is away from the guests, and in summer it is placed away. Now everyone might have seen videos or have participated in a tea ceremony where the kettle is usually placed most centrally, right here on this square. This square really is where the sunken hearth is situated. The sunken hearth is only opened in winter, and during the winter months, this brings the source of heat centrally into the tea chamber and emits heat for everyone to enjoy. Because in winter, everyone wants to participate in the warmth, but in summer, you want to keep it away. And now the most recent demonstration video that I have done of a tea ceremony service is actually the summer service with the sunken hearth here on the farther left. But if you have watched some of the Tea Crane's older videos, also in which I demonstrate tea ceremony, you might have noticed the placement of the kettle being not on the left, but on in the center here. The reason why it is in the center is because really in September and October, the mid-season, the heat is gently and gradually brought closer back. This is not it's either here or here, but in September and October, the kettle is moved centrally so that while it might still be hot, there might be cooler days as well. And so we bring the source of heat centrally on the mat where the host is seated, and the cold water vessel is brought to the other side. This gradually brings the source of heat closer to the guests and prepares them, gives them a hint that the cooler winter season is approaching and that soon we will be taking this hearth in use again. And that is one of the beautiful things about tea ceremony. That is that care and attention is given to the comfort of the guest through the placement of the utensils and through the way the host executes the service of tea. It is not just simply about how to make a delicious bowl of tea. It is very much the ultimate form of hospitality in which constantly and in the execution of every single service of tea, and there is not just one, there are multiple different variations of a service of tea that can be hosted. And the variations that I have given now are just 3 variations that within a single category of tea making can happen. So learning tea ceremony is a very rigorous practice. It takes a lot of time. It might take years for you to be able to see all the different services, practice all the different services, and throughout the span of the year, while some services might only be hosted during 1 or 2 months of that year, you might only be able to practice it once or twice. So for you to get enough practice, it takes multiple years. And with this, I just wanted to show how beautiful and how extensive the practice of tea ceremony can be. And I also want to invite you, if you are interested to start learning tea ceremony or just want to learn about tea ceremony, I have created an online video course through which you can start to learn the tea ceremony today with very basic implements in the comfort of your own home at a table. And you will be able to already start executing a service of tea on your own after completing this video course. You will also understand many of the interesting cultural and historical concepts behind tea ceremony, and I will guide you into taking the first steps on your tea ceremony journey. And I will equip you with the necessary skills and knowledge so that you can start implementing a tea ceremony practice in your day as well. So if you are interested to start learning the tea ceremony with me, or if you are intrigued to know more about the depth and the profundity of tea ceremony, then I invite you to join me in this course. I have included the link in the description. And as always, if you have enjoyed watching this video, click the like button. Also subscribe to the channel so that you will be able to get updated on new videos that will be released in the future. And I hope that you can implement a beautiful tea ceremony practice in your day. Go brew some tea or whip some matcha and create your silence.